Well, by definition, a community is a group of people living in the same space, sharing a feeling of fellowship and common goals. That certainly describes the many entities that work together for the betterment of all that live in Newark and Licking County. And in this segment, sponsored by Licking Memorial Health Systems, I'm so happy to welcome back its president and CEO, Rob Montagnes. We also have today John Berry, who's the president of Central Ohio Technical College. So thank you both for being here.
Great to be here.
All right, Rob, it was, about 2 years ago, I think, COTC dedicated the John and Mary Alfred Center for Science and Technology on its campus. But I want you to tell us why this building is so important to you, so important to the hospital system and really the community.
Well, the campus is so important. The building just enhances that campus because we get so many great healthcare employees from our local COTC campus and school. 70% of our radiology employees come from COTC. Over half of our nursing staff get started on that campus. And so at a time when it's difficult to find employees in any industry, but certainly in healthcare, the ability to have a resource so close to us, and hopefully we're a resource to John and their staff because their clinical students can come and get experience and do their trials, their rounding at our facility. It's really a great collaborative relationship.
And it's not new, even though the center is new. You're saying this goes back years. This has always been kind of this, win-win situation for you.
No question. It's been decades since we've had that campus. We're blessed with both an OSU Newark branch as well as Central Ohio Technical College, and both of them are great assets for our community and certainly for us specifically as a healthcare leader.
Okay, so John, I want to talk about the Alfred Center. Tell us, about the campus and really what it provides to you.
Yeah, we really love having now this dedicated space for STEM education. Science, technology, engineering, math. We've always had a wonderful array of opportunities for our students, but this elevates that opportunity to something exemplary. That focus of our ability to truly educate students in a premier center has really ratcheted up that experience for our students tenfold. And we could never have actually been able to engage with something of that level without the support of individuals and organizations, particularly Licking Memorial Health Systems.
Yeah.
It really made that possible for us to do.
And is this center more, like we mentioned, a hands-on facility? What is happening, on the daily inside?
Yeah, I appreciate it. So as you heard a bit from Rob, we co-locate with Ohio State Newark as well. And the top 2 floors of that is really dedicated to more of the hard sciences and introductions of that for both OSU and COTC. But that first floor is an awful lot of engaged, simulated laboratory space for our students to get their hands dirty, to really learn what it's like to be someone in an emergency room, someone in the ER, someone really working with patients on a daily basis. And that would not, again, have been possible without this cooperative, symbiotic relationship.
And I want to talk then, Rob, with you, because within the building, obviously, there's a simulation center that bears the name of Licking Memorial Health Systems. So what does that center provide? Why was that so important to what you were trying to do?
Well, we certainly wanted the students to know that we were interested in having them work with us and for us someday, taking care of our community, and to have that simulation lab give them a real-life experience to prepare them. Obviously, when we get a COTC graduate, we know we're getting an outstanding student, an outstanding community member, and an outstanding employee. I have to, by full disclosure, tell you, I'm also the chairman of the board for COTC, and I have a strong interest in the accessibility and affordability it provides so many students in and around Licking County. Very, very capable for a small amount of money to get a tremendous education. So it's practical as well as obviously very important to our success.
And I'm sure even, I've known you for years now, and you always talk about kind of your commitment as well to the latest technology, to elevating that, to bringing that to the care of your patients. So being able to bring that to the students before they even enter your doors is probably immensely valuable to you.
Hopefully it makes it an easy transition for them and for us. And then the responsiveness of the community developing the tools it needs. A real quick example, obviously during COVID, respiratory therapists were in high demand, hard to find. Working with COTC, there's now a program that will provide respiratory therapists, not just for us, but all of Central Ohio. So the responsiveness and nimbleness, I think, is important.
Okay, and John, I want to mention, how have the students been embracing this? Is it easier now to kind of say, hey, come here, look what we've got for you to learn on, to learn with?
I appreciate that question. It's a great opportunity to market.
Yes.
Because this is truly a rich, robust, hands-on education where experiential learning is at its core. And you couldn't find better facilities than what we have at our disposal. It just so happens to, and Rob knows this, my wife happens to be at Licking Memorial Hospital right now under their care. And several of the nurses there happen to be our own graduates. And they share their stories with and how much they've enjoyed preparing for this robust field and working in such a wonderful environment.
Well, it's great to see the relationship. You can see obviously clearly how it's benefiting you and the community at large and everybody that lives there. So thank you guys for sharing today.
Thank you.
Thank you.